A poor man is not a man without money, but it's the one who has no vision. I have been perpetually talking about goals. As long as you don't set goals for yourself and put milestones in your life, the year that is coming is going to be another one. Nothing will change. We all have aspirations, we all have dreams, we all have goals. Each and every one way or the other, you are a goal setter. The only difference, some of you may be setting goals to fail. It's still a goal. You have to know where you are taking yourself to. You will have to set goals. What are your goals for 2020? Very few will answer that question. What are your goals? What is your neighbor saying? My goal is to get married next year. My goal is to open another multinational company. My goal is to have another business venture. My goal is to study. That's a goal. But if you don't set goals for yourself, you're living like anybody else. Now the goals are the ones that determine the future that you will have. You and yourself, not with the crowd. Do you know what you want to see next year? If you do, write it down now. Not everything, just one thing. One thing that you want to see. Write it down. Write the date, write the time. Because Habakkuk says, you must write, Habakkuk 2, write the vision down. Though it may tarry, it shall surely come to pass. No one can stop your dreams except yourself. But dreams are only actualized when you have a picture. A picture of what you want to see. All of us are potential victors. All of us were meant to succeed. If you look around the world, the people that you would envy, they only have a slight difference between you and them, how they use their time. You may use your time going to the shops. It's part of the goal setting. Tell them. Yes. You're setting a goal. Going to the stadium, setting goals. Whatever it is that you do, you are a goal setter. But I will ask you, from that goal, is there any benefit for you? Because if there's no benefit, it means next year you have to take a turn. I'm telling my neighbor, I love you, but if you don't hear from me next year, just know that I've set my goals. MJ, next year is a do or die. I need to separate my life from men and boys because of the vision. I'm setting goals. And because of setting of goals, there are prerequisites. There are things not only do you have to do, but also you have to stop. The first thing you must do for yourself, stop wasting your time. Time is precious. I gave you a second. I gave you a minute. I gave you an hour. I gave you a month. I gave you a year. What did you do with it? Accountability. Can you account what you did in 2019? I have given you the ability to plan. I've given you the resources. I've given you the people that will change your life. But I only execute plans. Now, if you don't have a plan, Proverbs 18?
Proverbs 18, verse 21.
Yes.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue,
Yes!
and those who love it will eat its fruit.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue. So part of your destiny, what you speak about yourself, what you think about yourself. If you speak positive, 2020, it's my year. Because there's a power in the tongue. I've had it, I've suffered, I've cried, I've been disappointed. Everything that has a name has happened to me. But I speak what I believe. I'm not sure what your confession is. You see, spirituality is an individual thing. Because if you don't see it, you cannot actualize. That is why there's such significance in pictures. You have to see it. A lot of things I'm able to do now, I've been dreaming about them for 10 years. I don't want to know your history. I don't want to know where you are. But I will tell you, the reason why you are here is to hear not only religion, but to hear the principles that you will carry along for the rest of your life. Amen. That's where the secret is. Ecoan teaches principles more than religion. Ecoan preaches principles more than miracles. Because when that miracle is not there, will he still be God? When all those things are not there, will he still be God? Now I'm telling you now, God says, I'm ready for you, but I need something to work with. Have you written that down? I'm ready for you. I'm going to open doors for you. I'm going to let it rain in every area of your business, every area of your home, every private life, whatever it is, finances, academic. He says, but have you got a plan? You see, it says, Proverbs 18 verses 21. There is power in the tongue. The other one, Proverbs 16, God plans, we plan, God executes. Now, Christians are very good with prayer, more than action plan. Now, he says, if there's no plan, there's nothing to execute. The opportunities are lined up everywhere. The people are waiting for you. But how ready are you? God has got no hands. He's got no body. He's got no mouth. He's got no ears. He's got no legs. He is spirit. That's what makes him excellent. But he uses people. Have you identified a God-given person to you? An angel from God to change the situation. You have to have a picture. Yes, Pastor.
Proverbs chapter 16, verse 9.
Yes.
We can make our plans, but the Lord determines our steps.
Amen. We can make our plans. There must be something that God has to work with. There is time for prayer. There is time for fasting. There is also time for action plan. He says, I will leave you to plan. That desire is from me. That business is from me. That gift is from me. Whatever you're thinking of doing, it is from me. But I will not plan for you. I will guide you. I will walk with you. I will give you the wisdom. But if I come there, I knock, no plan, no direction, nothing. What must God do? God will find other people to finish your purpose. Because you're taking too long.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 2. Then the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablet. Verse 3. For the vision is set for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak and it will not die. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Though it tarries, wait for it. I want to tell you something about God. Your life is like a CD. To Him, when you say today, to Him is 1,000 years. He has created time for us to live in it. Now when He says, you wait, it's because He is finished. When God says, wait, with Him it is done. It's like a prototype in a market. The people that will be excited about the product on the shelf, they don't know what the manufacturer would have discovered before it even got distributed. So there are things that God knows once you are being created in your mother's womb. There are things that God executes. There are things that God makes possible. Now when He says wait, He's not talking about the normal GM plus 2 time. Each GMT is into the Spirit. He's talking about eternity. Because He does not live in time. He's the only one who's not subjected to the time that He created. It's only human beings that have got the same common commodity, the day and the time. Now when He says wait, you might be saying, I've been waiting for 2 months. To God, it's a minute. He does not use that time. When He says wait, to God, it might be a second. To you, it can feel like 5 years. Because He is all-knowing. He is Jireh. He is Tikenu. He is the faithful, holy God. He is the one that makes things happen, especially when we have planned them. Do you have those plans for Him to execute? We have to have a vision before the actualization. I pray, may God give you a picture of the type of business partner, wife, husband, family, calling. I pray that may God give you a picture so that you fit in well. It's a goal that I'm setting for each and every member. May God give you the vision to see things like He do. May God give you the wisdom, for He knows just what to do. Your plans will lay a foundation, but He will execute those plans. Because He wants to protect not only you, His name. Remember, there are people who are looking at you, but from behind your back, they want to see how far will this one go. They're observing you. Now you can't afford to fail yourself. You can't afford to fail the people that love you. You can't afford to fail God Himself. So when He has given you a task and a mandate, if Jesus could execute and obey in 3 years and go back home, because He was not killed, it's out of His obedience. His mandate was short and sweet. God is a faithful God. All the things you're complaining about and you're saying it's too long, He does not use that time. He uses His own time. And God's time is the best. I have never seen God failing. I have never seen the righteous go hungry who believe in God. The level of your faith will propel you to what kind of goals must you set. I did say that all of us, we have goals. We are goal setters. But it's also possible to set a goal to fail. And I've also asked you, just write one goal. Write it down. And I'm sure you wrote it. Discuss it with your neighbor. It's not a secret. Once you tell them, God has been bound to do it because you have already told everyone. Unlock God and tell your friend, this is my goal. When God tells you something and you tell people, because He doesn't want to embarrass you, I'm telling you, He'll make it happen. Yeah. God fulfills His word. If He tells you something, don't keep it a secret. You tell the ones you love, this is what God is saying. Then He is forced to make sure that it happens. Otherwise, they'll call you a liar. The method won't be revealed how He will do it, but He will. Because He honors His word. He's faithful. What He says, He does. Please read, Pastor.
Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 3. This vision is for a future time. It describes the end, and it will be fulfilled. If it seems slow in coming, wait patiently, for it will surely take place. It will not be delayed.
When we don't achieve what we want to achieve, we must always revisit our goals. Amen? And prioritize. Sometimes it's not witchcraft. Maybe you must change your life, change your friends, change your association, change your thinking. At times, you must change even the environment because of what you want to achieve. If you do not accomplish what you want to achieve, then there must be something that you have to stop. Maybe I should stop the way I spend my weekends. Maybe I should stop the time I spend on my phone. There are prerequisites to goal setting and success. Prerequisites are things that you have to do. No one else will do for you. When I look at you, I see a future. I see open heavens. I see the perfect will of God. Amen. I see kingdom shakers. Amen. But that will only happen if you stop certain things in your life. Because you have to fit in with what God says you are. Amen. We all have dreams. We all have aspirations. Let us stop wasting our time. Job 14, verse 5.
Job chapter 14, verse 5. Since his days are determined, the number of his month is with you. You have appointed his limits so that he cannot pass.
Amen. So who is that one? Job. God knows his days, his life. He knows everything. Now ask your neighbor, my neighbor, do you know how many days you are left with? Ask your neighbor. If they can answer you, we buy them Coke. Because people don't ask powerful questions. Yes. He says, I've given you a task and a responsibility here on earth for a specific time. Not forever. This is what I want you to do, accomplish, and move. Jesus, it was 3 years. Some of us were 40, 50. We still don't know what we need to do. I don't believe that God can create somebody to go to Sentin and back, groceries and back, cooking and back. There is more to it. Some of you, there are minds that have not been touched. There are schools that have not been built. There are properties that have not been purchased. There are so many resources waiting just for you. But because you have not seen the picture. There are songs that have not been sung. There are gifts that have not manifested. There is wealth that has not been tapped into. ngicela ubheke umngane wakho umbeke yazi ngibona ibhillion kulapha they are laughing but in their heart mina ngithatha faithless generation. There are so many things that are not existing, but because of you, no one else, because there's nobody quite like you. People don't understand anointing. You see, when we say the ugliest lady is the opportunity, you understand what I'm saying? Meaning, people don't always see where the opportunity is. Even the songs that make it, it's the ugliest to the people. Yes, because we're dealing with spirituality. Businesses that you can look at and say, what businesses? Those are the ones with turnovers of bars, not one bar. Because an opportunity is an ugly thing. To people who are colored, it will be ugly, but that's the opportunity. It must be a revelation. This is opportunity. I'll plan my life around this opportunity. But if you don't know, opportunities, they're not things that everyone looks out to. Things that are shunned away. Because there's anointing in it. Now it needs a certain degree of spirituality, wisdom, vision, knowledge. There is no academy that can teach you those. God must reveal to you. And when that ugly opportunity is in the limelight, it's out. Everybody wants it. Because it's not a common thing. It's ordained. The substance, the foundation in it, unshaken. Now even when you plan, tell your neighbor, my neighbor, don't just plan a business, plan a great business for generations. Don't just plan a church. Plan a church for generations. Don't just do things for you. Have a tomorrow picture. If I obey, what will become of the fifth generation? And when I don't succeed alone, the others are impacted, then I am successful. But if you die, and it's only you who knows what you know, then you will have failed. People who have goals, they revise them when it's necessary. Now you have to go back and say, I am in October now. I have arrived. And where I have arrived, I don't want to be but the good thing, I know how I have arrived. So when you know how you have arrived, you also know what to stop in order to change the direction. How many people say, I'm so happy about where I am. Hallelujah. 2019, repeat. Very few. But you are victorious if you know how you arrived where you are. Because you can change direction. You just have to start communicating your goals. You communicate them and you communicate to yourself. This is what I want to do. My mind is set on this thing. No one can stop me. You have to be disciplined by your goal. You look at your goal, it must put you in order. Amen. Even if you are loose-headed, once you have a goal, you start walking straight. Because that goal automatically gives you discipline. It's very easy to say no to things that don't line up with your goal. You communicate to yourself, this is what I want. This is who I am. This is what I see. This is how I'm going to achieve. This is what I'm going to execute. Because many people just talk about their goals, they put them in diaries, but nothing happens. They lie to themselves. Nothing ever happens. The most important thing, preparation. When you plan, you are preparing. Because this is what I want to achieve. You behavior out, you attitude out, you friends out, anything that is wasting your time, take it out. There's power in planning. Tell neighbor, there is power in planning. When you plan, you can plan to succeed. If you don't plan, you are planning to fail. There's no two ways about it. We can pray for you until you and anointing water have the same color. Yeah, because some of the pastors want activity. They want to keep you believing that when you pray and disobey, you succeed. It's not true. God and His word are one. If you want to be sustainable spiritually, just obey God. Not only obey, put standards for you to be so effective in your Christian walk. And everything that passes your hands, it must be excellent. You must also stick to your goals. Don't go with the wind. Amen? Once you have stated your goals, you have communicated your goals, you must stick to your goals. This is my goal for 2020. I'm not going to attach any feelings to my goals. My mind is set. This is what I want. Because people lack the discipline to stick to their goals. Hence the failure. People are hoppers. What they see is what they want. What looks good is what they pursue. But how much substance is there? So you must stick to your goals. 2020, you are minor. In which way? Schools, minds, resources, education, settling down. That's a goal. You can't be yo-yo every time. You have to have a place. Even a church, you must be where you belong. You must have a home. Remember, our anointings are not the same. Some are called for flu, some are called for miracles, some are called for different types. But once you set your goal, then you must go to the place where your goal is aligned with the vision of that place. Otherwise, they'll be telling stories that are not even conducive to your goal. See what you want. Go and feed on the right well. It's not only in the corporate, even spiritually. The people you surround yourself with, are they edifying you? Are they multiplying you? Are they subtracting you? Are they dividing you? In which way is there a value proposition? It's not only amen, 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 in the name of amen. Since I met you, my thinking has changed. I'm adding value. Since I met you, things that I thought I could not do, I can. Amen. I always tell you, all my friends are over 60. And I love them to bits because of the wisdom they carry. They actually teach me some of the things that I don't have to go through them. There are things they don't have time to use. Things that the world is fighting for. Because they don't want to waste time. There are people who have certain cars, they will never even drive them because they don't have time. It's in the net, closed, because they don't have time. But with us, we have all the time to waste. Even if you can ask somebody, what's happening in the movies? We all know all these things. Can you be so focused? But a goal, it brings discipline. Yes? A goal needs to be communicated. You're in a relationship, you must set goals for yourself. You are in a marriage, you must set goals. You have a business partner, you must set goals. Even a church, we must set goals. My desire is for everyone to live in the purpose of God. When I say purpose, remember there is a gift, there is a plan, there is a purpose. I was teaching in the Business and Leadership Academy on Wednesday. So many people end up with gift, and it's not enough. Purpose is more important than gift. Though gift is more important than a person. Now you look at somebody like Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, Michael Jackson. They had a gift, but their purpose was not defined. That is why the nature of death. But once you plan, your gift is within the plans of God, your purpose is defined. You're unstoppable. Because it's possible to set goals for failure. I have a gift. I'm planning to go and record. Once that breakthrough comes, will you still lift your hands and worship God? Or money will be in your head? That is why purpose is more important than gift. My plan is to have work next year. When God opens that door and I have an opportunity to job and fulfill my needs, will I still find time to praise Him? Or I'll be setting myself up for failure? Hence, many people say, I used to. God says He's going to change things for you and turn them around. Those who spoke, they will clearly see they spoke too early. Now when He turns these things around for your good, will you still raise your hands and say, thank you, Jesus?